The story opens in the far reaches of a well-mapped galaxy, where several star systems have thrived under a fragile peace brokered by an interstellar alliance. This peace is shattered when an enormous alien armada emerges from the dark void beyond, known space. Their ships are unlike anything the galaxy's inhabitants have seen before. Colossal, heavily armed, and moving with deadly precision, these aliens, known only as the Velkar, possess technology that far surpasses the usual galactic standards, and their sudden appearance sends waves of fear and uncertainty across star systems. The Velkar fleet's mission is unknown, but intelligence reports quickly spread. This armada is on a course that will inevitably bring it close to Earth, a planet considered a backwater, barely a footnote in the vast galactic records. Earth's military capability is underestimated by most of the galaxy, often dismissed as primitive or irrelevant in grand cosmic politics. However, rumors have long circulated about Earth's legendary warship, the Aegis. Unlike any other vessel, the Aegis is said to be an ancient relic, a silent guardian cloaked in secrecy, with technology so advanced it defies understanding. The Velkar, having encountered few true challengers in recent centuries, initially view Earth's warship as a curiosity, yet they also recognize the danger of ignorance. Their leaders order a detailed scan of the Aegis, aiming to gather any intelligence that might either prove the rumors false or confirm that Earth harbors a hidden weapon capable of disrupting their carefully laid plans. From the Velkar command, bridge technicians deploy advanced scanning drones and subspace sensors directed toward Earth's orbit. The Aegis is detected immediately, a massive, imposing silhouette against the backdrop of the planet's atmosphere. The ship's hull emits faint energy signatures, unusual and inconsistent with any known technology in the galaxy. The Velkar scientists analyze these anomalies with growing interest. As the scan data streams back, a growing sense of unease spreads among the Velkar leadership. The Aegis isn't just a warship, it's a fortress of ancient design, incorporating stealth technology that can render it invisible to most detection systems, and energy weapons that rival the destructive power of entire fleets. Even more unsettling is the discovery of a secret energy source embedded deep within the ship, unlike any power generation known to the Velkar. This source seems capable of releasing devastating bursts of energy that could obliterate entire star systems. In private chambers, Velkar commanders debate the implications. The initial dismissiveness about Earth quickly turns into fear and respect. To confront Earth with this knowledge would force them to reconsider their plans entirely. If the Aegis is what the rumors say, then Earth is not a minor player, but a potential galaxy-ending force. The tension in the Velkar fleet escalates. The galaxy's delicate balance is about to be upended by the revelation that Earth, long ignored and underestimated, commands a warship unlike any other. A warship that could doom the Velkar and their armada if provoked. Meanwhile, back on Earth, military leaders remain unaware of the Velkar's scrutiny. The Aegis drifts silently in orbit, its ancient systems humming quietly, waiting for the moment when its true power must be unleashed. Earth's fate is poised on a knife's edge, as the galaxy's greatest threat has finally turned its eyes toward humanity. Following the Velkar's initial detection of Earth's warship Aegis in orbit, the alien armada intensifies its surveillance efforts. The fleet's most sophisticated scanning technology is deployed, a combination of subspace sensors, quantum gravimetric arrays, and multidimensional energy analyzers designed to peel back every layer of the Aegis defenses and structure. The Velkar are determined to uncover the true nature of this legendary vessel, hoping to either confirm its threat or expose it as mere myth. As the scan begins, data floods the Velkar command center. The Aegis appears far more complex than any warship the Velkar have encountered. Its hull is composed of an alloy unknown in their databases, a metamaterial that can absorb and deflect energy attacks almost perfectly, rendering conventional weaponry ineffective. This alone raises alarm, but it is only the beginning. The scans reveal that the Aegis is equipped with an advanced cloaking system, capable of bending light and sensor waves, making it nearly invisible even to their most advanced detection methods. Unlike typical cloaking technology used by other species, which often comes at the cost of weapon or sensor functionality, the Aegis's cloak does not compromise its offensive or defensive systems. It remains fully operational while invisible, a tactical advantage beyond anything the Velkar imagined. More startlingly, the Velkar technicians detect a sprawling network of artificial intelligence embedded within the warship's core. This AI is not merely a control system, but a sentient intelligence, capable of adaptive strategies, real-time combat analysis, and predictive modeling far beyond anything in the galaxy. The AI shows signs of continuous self-improvement, suggesting it has evolved over centuries, learning from countless battles and encounters. Most disturbing of all is the discovery of the ship's power source. Buried deep in the Aegis's core lies a compact, self-sustaining quantum reactor. This reactor generates a form of energy previously theorized but never harnessed, a zero-point energy field that taps into the vacuum of space-time itself. This allows the Aegis to generate seemingly unlimited power, fueling its weapons and systems without need for refueling or resupply. The weapon systems revealed by the scan confirm the Aegis is a weapon of unparalleled destructive capability. The main battery consists of charged particle beams that can pierce through the strongest shields and hulls. Secondary systems include high-yield plasma cannons, missile pods with intelligent guidance systems, and defensive energy fields that can repel or absorb enemy attacks. As this overwhelming data is processed, the Velkar commander's initial curiosity turns to dread. The Aegis warship is not just a relic of Earth's past. It is a masterpiece of military engineering, blending forgotten ancient technologies with cutting-edge advancements. This single ship could decimate entire fleets and alter the balance of power in the galaxy. The Velkar War Council convenes urgently. Some argue that the Aegis alone makes Earth a critical threat that must be neutralized before it can intervene in the Velkar's campaign. Others fear that an outright attack on Earth risks unleashing this devastating warship's power on their own forces. The debate rages, but one thing is clear. The Velkar have underestimated humanity gravely. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to the Velkar, the Aegis remains silent and still in Earth orbit. Its systems quietly analyze the incoming scan attempts, feeding data to its AI core. Earth's defenders prepare in secret, aware that the galaxy is watching and that a storm is gathering on the horizon. In the shadow of the Aegis, humanity braces for a confrontation that will decide their fate, a fate tied directly to the secrets the Velkar have just uncovered. After the overwhelming revelations from the scans of Earth's warship Aegis, the Velkar leadership is thrown into turmoil. The news that a single human vessel harbors technology so advanced it threatens to upend the entire galactic balance forces the alien leaders to confront a crisis unlike any they have faced before. In the heart of the Velkar flagship, the War Council convenes. This assembly of the highest-ranking commanders and political leaders gathers in a vast chamber. Their faces, grim as holographic projections of the Aegis, flicker in the air. The vessel's image, glowing with the eerie pulse of its quantum core, serves as a constant reminder of the threat they now face. The debate is heated and multifaceted. On one side, the pragmatists argue for a cautious approach. They propose sending an envoy to Earth to negotiate, believing that diplomacy might prevent needless bloodshed and buy time to better understand the Aegis's capabilities. These leaders point out that while the Aegis is powerful, it is still a single ship, and the Velkar Armada's overwhelming numbers might prevail in a prolonged conflict. However, the Hawks on the Council vehemently oppose this. They warn that any delay could allow humanity to prepare even deadlier defenses or call allies to their aid. They emphasize that the Aegis is unlike any weapon known. It is not merely a ship, but a fortress with the power to annihilate entire fleets. These leaders argue for immediate preemptive action to neutralize the threat before it can be fully realized. A faction within the Council voices a third, more paranoid perspective. The Aegis could be a trap. They suggest that Earth's advanced technology might be bait designed to lure the Velkar into a devastating ambush. This theory adds a layer of uncertainty, making the Council wary of rushing into any decision without further intelligence. Amidst the arguments, the Council is reminded of the broader political stakes. The Velkar are engaged in expanding their dominion over neighboring systems, and a war with Earth could distract from these ambitions, or worse, spark alliances against them. Several Council members worry that news of Earth's power could embolden other species to rise up, fracturing the delicate web of influence the Velkar have woven. Despite the discord, the Council agrees on a tentative course. They will send a small delegation to Earth as a show of strength and to gauge humanity's response. This delegation will demand Earth's surrender, or at least disarmament of the Aegis. The hope is to intimidate humanity into submission without firing a shot. As preparations for this diplomatic mission begin, the Velkar fleet tightens its blockade around Earth, enforcing strict space traffic controls and monitoring all transmissions. The message is clear. The Velkar are watching, and they expect compliance. Meanwhile, on Earth, intelligence agencies intercept Velkar communications and peace. Together, the impending threat. Earth's military leadership, long aware of their vulnerable position, initiates contingency plans. The Aegis is activated from its dormant state, and secret military bases go on high alert. Humanity begins preparing for a confrontation that could determine the survival of their species. The stage is set for a tense standoff. The alien delegation's arrival will mark the first direct contact between two very different civilizations, each aware that the slightest misstep could ignite a war of catastrophic proportions. The Velkar's arrogance, born from centuries of dominance, now clashes with humanity's fierce determination and hidden technological might. In this moment of fragile diplomacy, both sides hold their breath. The galaxy watches, and the shadow of doom looms ever closer. The arrival of the Velkar delegation sends ripples through Earth's political and military establishments. For decades, Earth has lived in relative obscurity, its true military strength a closely guarded secret. But the looming threat posed by the Velkar forces and their intimidating armada forces humanity to reveal just how far it has come in terms of technological advancement and strategic readiness. As the Velkar ships position themselves in orbit, sending their emissaries to demand Earth's surrender and the disarmament of the Aegis, Earth's leaders refuse to bow to threats. Instead, they begin activating a network of covert defense protocols designed to showcase Earth's resolve and military capability. This is a calculated move to shatter the Velkar's assumptions and demonstrate that humanity is no ordinary opponent. The Aegis, once thought of as a dormant relic, is awakened from its long slumber. The warship hums to life, its vast power systems cycling online with a silent but palpable energy. Earth's military commanders work in concert with the ship's advanced artificial intelligence, a sentient adaptive system that has been evolving over centuries, learning from conflicts past and present. The AI begins analyzing Velkar tactics, scanning their ships and preparing countermeasures. The first encounter between the Velkar delegation and Earth representatives takes place in orbit, aboard a neutral space station. The Velkar emissaries arrive with arrogant confidence, expecting swift compliance from a civilization they have long underestimated. However, Earth's diplomats do not respond with fear or submission. Instead, they deliver a firm message. Earth will defend itself at any cost. To underline this resolve, Earth's military commanders orchestrate a breathtaking demonstration of the Aegis's power. The warship slowly reveals its cloaking systems, materializing like a phantom ship bathed in subtle energy fields. Energy weapons flare to life, sending controlled bursts of plasma and charged particles into uninhabited space. This display is not just a show of strength but a warning, a clear sign that Earth's defenders are prepared to escalate the conflict if pushed. The Velkar emissaries are taken aback. Their earlier scans had hinted at this power, but the visceral reality of the Aegis's capabilities leaves no room for doubt. The confidence they once held begins to waver. They realize that humanity's technological edge is not limited to a single ship, but extends to an entire planet's worth of defenses, strategies, and an unyielding spirit hardened by survival against impossible odds. At the same time, Earth's leaders reveal glimpses of humanity's history, flashes of past conflicts, struggles for survival, and a relentless determination to protect their home. These stories resonate with the Aegis's AI, which interprets them as tactical lessons and motivations fueling the warship's readiness. The Velkar begin to understand that Earth's strength is not just technological, but deeply cultural and psychological. Despite the tension, Earth's commanders hold the line against provocation. They extend an offer of conditional peace, a warning that aggression will be met with overwhelming force, but that Earth remains open to dialogue if the Velkar cease their hostile approach. The alien delegation departs with mixed feelings. Respect for Earth's formidable defenses, but also a lingering fear of what might come if war breaks out. The Velkar fleet retreats slightly to reassess, now acutely aware that their initial underestimation of humanity could cost them dearly. As the story progresses, this confrontation marks a pivotal turning point. The moment when Earth steps out of the galaxy's shadows and asserts itself as a powerful player. The Aegis is no longer just a warship. It is a symbol of human resilience and a harbinger of the doom that awaits any who threaten the planet. Tensions between Earth and the Velkar Armada have escalated to a critical peak. After the diplomatic standoff and Earth's defiant display of the Aegis's capabilities, the Velkar retreat to their flagship to reconsider their next move. However, it becomes clear that neither side is willing to back down. The fate of the galaxy now hangs in the balance. While the Velkar plot their strategy, Earth's military command prepares for the inevitable. The Aegis undergoes final system checks, and the warship's ancient but immensely powerful AI runs simulations of potential battles against the Velkar fleet. The AI uncovers a secret buried deep within the ship's core, a hidden weapon system, unlike anything the Velkar had discovered through their scans. This weapon, known only as the Void Singularity Cannon, taps into the ship's zero-point energy reactor to create controlled micro-singularities, miniature black holes capable of annihilating entire enemy vessels or crippling fleets in a single, precise strike. This revelation shocks Earth's commanders. The Aegis's true destructive potential far exceeds their earlier understanding. The AI insists that activating the Void Singularity Cannon will guarantee victory, but warns that the immense energy discharge required could destabilize local space-time fields and might have unforeseen consequences. As the Velkar fleet moves back toward Earth's system, confident in their numerical superiority, the Aegis prepares to unveil its ultimate weapon. The human crew, a mix of seasoned veterans and fresh recruits, brace for the battle that could determine humanity's survival. When the Velkar initiate their assault, the Aegis cloaks and maneuvers with uncanny precision. The warships advanced. AI anticipates Velkar tactics, countering missile barrages and energy blasts with expert timing and shielding. For hours, the two forces clash in brutal combat. Energy beams crisscross the void and ships explode in showers of plasma. Despite their overwhelming numbers, the Velkar find themselves outmatched by the Aegis's adaptability and raw power. When several Velkar capital ships close in to deliver a decisive strike, the Aegis's captain gives the order: activate the Void Singularity Cannon. The warship's core hums ominously as the cannon charges, drawing power from the zero-point reactor. The surrounding space distorts, gravity warps, and an intense gravitational pulse ripples outward. Then, with a flash brighter than a supernova, the Aegis unleashes a controlled micro-singularity directly into the heart of the Velkar fleet. The effect is catastrophic. Entire squadrons are swallowed in a swirling vortex of destruction. The fabric of spacetime in the battle zone briefly tears, creating chaotic gravitational eddies that disable nearby ships. The Velkar Armada's formation breaks apart, their forces thrown into disarray. The Velkar commanders realize too late that they have underestimated the Aegis's hidden power. Panic spreads through their ranks as they scramble to regroup and retreat. The warship's fearsome reputation is cemented as a galaxy-changing weapon, one that promises doom to any who dare to threaten Earth. On Earth, the victory is bittersweet. The Aegis has proven its might, but the strain on the ship's systems and the unknown long-term effects of the Void Singularity Cannon weigh heavily on its crew. Meanwhile, Intelligence reports indicate that other alien powers, now alerted to Earth's capabilities, are watching closely, some with fear, others with envy or hostility. As the dust settles, Earth's leaders prepare for the new reality. Their world is no longer a quiet backwater, but a central player in a galaxy-wide struggle for survival and dominance. The Aegis stands ready, a sentinel in the void, a warning to all who would challenge humanity. The devastating display of power by Earth's warship Aegis has sent shockwaves across the galaxy. The Velkar fleet, once arrogant and confident in its supremacy, has been shattered and forced into a humiliating retreat. The micro-singularity weapon unleashed by the Aegis did more than destroy ships. It fractured the Velkar's strategic dominance and shattered the illusion that any force could easily challenge Earth. Back on Earth, the mood is a complex mixture of relief, pride, and sobering reflection. The victory has confirmed what many on the planet have long believed: humanity is no longer to be underestimated. Yet the cost and consequences of the battle weigh heavily on the commanders and crew of the Aegis. The strain on the warships, systems from unleashing the void singularity cannon, is significant, and concerns about the long-term impact of distorting space-time linger. Politically, Earth's standing in the galaxy undergoes a radical transformation. For centuries, Earth had been viewed as a peripheral backwater, a quiet planet with limited influence. Now, however, the revelation of Earth's military might forces neighboring star systems and interstellar empires to reconsider their alliances and strategies. Some species reach out cautiously, seeking alliances or trade agreements, eager to benefit from Earth's technological prowess. Others view humanity with suspicion or outright hostility, fearful of a new power disrupting the established galactic order. Within the Velkar Empire, the defeat triggers intense internal strife. The Kaasio War Council is fractured, with factions blaming each other for the miscalculation and the devastating loss. The once unified Velkar leadership struggles to maintain control as rival clans vie for power, weakening their ability to mount a coordinated response against Earth or other emerging threats. Amid this upheaval, Earth's leaders decide to leverage their victory as a catalyst for galactic diplomacy. They form the Earth Galactic Council, a new coalition aimed at fostering peace, stability, and mutual advancement across species. Recognizing the dangers of unchecked military escalation, Earth advocates for a balance of power, grounded in transparency and respect. The Aegis, while still the ultimate symbol of Earth's might, becomes a flagship for exploration and defense rather than mere war. Humanity begins pushing the boundaries of space, establishing colonies and scientific outposts, determined to learn more about the galaxy's mysteries and safeguard their place within it. At the same time, the experience has changed humanity's perspective. The threat of near annihilation has united disparate factions on Earth, fostering a new era of cooperation and innovation. Scientists and engineers work to repair and upgrade the Aegis and its technologies, while political leaders focus on ensuring that Earth's newfound power does not lead to reckless aggression. However, subtle signs warn that the galaxy remains a volatile place. Hidden enemies watch from the shadows, and ancient cosmic forces beyond even Earth's understanding stir in the depths of space. The Aegis victory, while monumental, is but the opening chapter in a far greater saga. As the story closes, the galaxy stands on the cusp of a new dawn. Earth has risen from obscurity to become a formidable power, shaping the future with a blend of strength, wisdom, and resilience. The Aegis sails silently through the stars, a beacon of humanity's indomitable spirit, and a warning to all who would challenge them. Earth is ready and doom awaits those who threaten it.